Hello guys, how we doing? So today I thought I would introduce to you a form that was taught back in the early 80s. This was back in Atwater at the school over on Garden in Atwater, California, and we worked on this form called the Iron Fist. It's the longest form within the art, and I thought I would introduce you to you today so you can pick up a couple of movements from it, and we'll go on and on and on and on with it. So from in here you bow, you open. Then the hand opens up here. Now the reason why you go from this hand into this hand is to show the different type of strikes that you could do with an empty hand, an open hand. So it shows from a hammer hand to a sword hand, and the different variables and the different variations you can do from that throughout the form. So from in here, once we go from a hard hand to an open hand, we go back to a closed hand. So for here we bow, we open, and we come back. Now as we're coming back, we're keeping our feet in a 45 so we could move forward if we have to. It's not a shuffling form where our feet are squared and we're going to launch a side kick. It's a 45 coming forward and our hands are here, and we punch, we block, we punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go through that again. So we're here, we step back, right? We strike, we block, we strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're here, we're in a cat stance, actually a side cat stance, and from here we're going to launch that front kick in. So let's go through it again. We're here, we step back. As we step back, we're blocking with the upper body, we're swinging in, or this could be a strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Coming across. Okay? So, as we're here, we shoot that kick. This hand is coming down. See? And I'll explain these motions later. These hands are coming down and up. Strike, right? So you're here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if you notice, we're dealing with the snake hand. And that snake hand here is one of the most common seen throughout the form, is this type of a snake. And you'll see all these type of blocking, circling, and so forth. Getting off the form a little bit, I'll explain to you the different type of snakes that we use within the art. The first one, the most common one, is this type of a snake head. And we used to form a box with that. From the box, we would go up and down, and then circle, and then in. Now this type of a snake does this type of a motion to where you're sliding, you're coming up underneath, you're coming up underneath, coming up underneath, coming up, coming over the top, coming over the top. And there's many different type of drills that you do with that particular type of a snake head here. It's called brother sister. It's where we interchange, because the art of okinawa-te was actually based in its higher levels of all of the different snakes and the different type of striking and blocking with it. So this is one, right? And this type of a snake head too, this can also be done with your windmill type blocking, right? Where you can do it in this fashion, and you could also do it with the breaking and repeating on the other side. Now from in that, we go to the single point, which is pretty much used for eye poking, when we're poking to the eye, poking to the eye, poking to the eye, coming over, poking to the eye. So this is kind of like pokes, all different type of shots you could use to hit to the eyes or to the throat or to any other soft part of the body. So we have 1, we go to 2. Now the third one is actually the fangs. And you'll see this where the fangs are shot. It can also be shot from the hip where you're blocking and shooting into the eye. And shoot. This could be a double shoot. This also can be used as just a slap in this motion with the fingers open, slapping, so the guy does this. So this is another type of snake, and they're all used in conjunction. In other words, you could start off with a block going into a double eye poke, or you could start off with a double eye poke and going into a single. Because maybe you missed, see? And here's the single. To the throat to the eye. See, to the throat to the eye. From the crotch to the throat to the eye. From the crotch to the throat to the eye. From the crotch to the throat to the eye. So all the snake hits can be used in combination with each other. Now the other snake is, he used to call it the catching snake. And he would call this because he liked his thumb to be used for catching. See? Where if you were to block and catch with this, then this would go into the eyes. Or block, catch, strike, or block, catch, poke. So this type was basically used for blocking the arm, moving the arm and then striking, moving the arm and then a single poke. This is the fourth type of snake head that we would use. And there's bouncing motions too, but we'll get into that later. Now the fourth one is called the python. And there's a short python form and a couple of other long python forms. And basically that was used in combination with nerve striking. When you would do that, you would strike to the top of the bicep, strike underneath the tricep, to the floating ribs, right to the side of the temple here. And this had this type of circling motion too, double blocking motions, swinging motions, all this type of stuff used with it within the python hand. Now once again, you've got 5 different type of snakes that you could use, and they're all used in conjunction with circling, blocking, maneuvering, moving the hands, striking. You'll see this type of a motion too, but it's more of a rebounding motion to where the tiger puts his weight behind it. He puts his weight down and then strikes, as opposed to a snake where he'll move out of the way and then strike. This is an artistic expressions that I'm showing you within the art, and I just wanted to cover today a few pieces of the iron fist and give you some understanding within the form and within the snake that was used at the beginning of the form, how it's used. All the snakes can use their elbows. All snakes, when they're in close, they use elbows. They can't even block with the elbow. They can come in and hit with the elbow and then strike. So there's all these elbow motions used with the snake. One last thought too is when you're striking with the snake, say you're coming over here, the snake's tail is your leg. So after you may strike, the leg comes in for a sweep. So there's sweeping motions with the leg. There's combinations, opposition with the leg to where you're kicking and striking, same time. All different types of combinations we'll get into. I just wanted to give you an opening of the iron fist and some of the different snakes that are found within the system. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll get back to you soon. Take care, all the best.